Hello, this is not a spring chick, and I've got to hand it to Paris Hilton because not only did she come up with a better energy plan than a tire pressure gauge, and of course we can't leave that one alone, but I'd like to add one to hers, which I'm sure she was thinking of. If you wear a smaller swimsuit, it requires less energy to wash it, and you're also probably being greener because you're wearing fewer clothes. But for now, we'll bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. Rice says Iran's response to nuclear standoff not adequate.
Yeah, like who cares? The Iranians don't.
Hundreds of Venezuelans protest Chavez's new socialist push.
Yeah, since a dictatorship is not going to go very far.
Clinton aims to soothe delegates at Democratic convention.
She's out of the bottom of her heart, she's going to let the delegates vote their mind and vote against Obama.
This could be a really interesting convention. Record number of U.S. voters may cast paper ballots in November.
That's because they've got so much litigation against the machine ballots that they're going to do paper again.
Homeless used as human pawns in hospital fraud case, the FBI.
Anybody old enough to remember the Rockford files in the 1970s know that that was every now and then Jim Rockford would go undercover at a place that was using the homeless in this manner. So that's nothing new.
11-year-old boy sings hole-in-one in just his third time golfing.
I saw the hole-in-one my first time golfing, and so what's the big deal? 11, it's 15. It happens. It's luck.
Israel considers military option for Iran nukes.
Basically, they're telling the Iranians they're going to attack, and they've told the whole world it's going to happen now.
Up to 9 feared dead in wildfire helicopter crash.
I know. I mean, it's helicopters in areas where there's massive up and down drafts is not a smart thing.
Possible Shakespearean theater found in London.
Well, I would assume there's lots of possible Shakespearean theaters in London. That's where he's from.
Federal investigators drop Ledger drug inquiry.
Yeah, isn't it amazing that when you're worth $1 billion like the Olsons are, how you can kill investigations?
I know. Did you notice the timing of that too?
That's right. She didn't want to speak and she didn't.
Split verdict in first Guantanamo war crimes trial.
Well, I mean, they found him guilty and didn't find him guilty, which no matter what, it didn't please the Democrats who demanded he be released immediately.
DNA test to study mummy fetuses in King Tut tomb.
Well, they think that King Tut may have been a father now.
Woman riding a donkey fights off lion with machete.
I mean, what's supposed to be news about that? That she wasn't on a donkey?
I know. Is the news because she fought off the lion or because she was riding the donkey? Or is it because she's riding the donkey with a machete?
But they fight off lions all the time in that part of the world.
Hill star Conrad brings reality to Emmy fashion.
Yeah, basically, if you were at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week last year, which we were supposed to be at, but then they took the credentials we were supposed to have away.
Actually, they changed our credential status.
They changed our credentials from photographer to just sitting there taking notes. You'd have seen this young lady because they went celebrity fashion last year. Well,
one of the uphill battles that she has to climb is because she's a celebrity and didn't come from the fashion industry, although she does have, I guess, some fit-in background, is they don't take them very seriously.
Well, they didn't take any,
Actually, they didn't take much of it seriously at Fashion Week.
Most of the press did not take the celebrity fashions very seriously, other than Nikki Hilton. They took her seriously because she's actually been at it for a little while.
Well, she does have some pretty cute stuff.
Yeah.
Gasoline costs, energy rivet candidates' attention.
Yeah, because the person that gives the best plan is going to be the winner this time.
And we weren't talking about Paris Hilton.
That's right. You never know. She could be a write-in candidate if she wore your swimsuit.
She could do. She had a pretty good energy plan. I was impressed.
That's right.
It's the concept, but here's the implementation.
We've got a white swimsuit that you could use to heat up a cold environment too, so that would help.
McCain says he'd push Congress to vote on energy.
He's going to do it now when he comes back too. So that's when Obama never thought of that. Propose legislation now.
Obama pokes at McCain over tire pressure issue.
I heard the late night comics last night. They thought, isn't he the one that brought up the moronic idea with the tire pressure to begin with? He's forgot that already.
This one may be around for a
That's right. Isn't it? Wasn't there I don't know what comic it was, but wasn't he handing out 2 tire pressure gauges to everyone in his audience so that they could save twice the amount of fuel that Obama had planned?
Ooh, 2 tire pressure gauges.
That's right.
Look at it. You never know. Hacker indictment greeted with muted response.
Because they figure it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, and so why are hackers targeting Google gadgets?
Because they're showing that Google is really subject to any attack that anybody wants to make at any time.
Ooh. Major internet security flaw also affects email.
Yeah, ask the people over at Microsoft Outlook.
Average ER waiting time nears 1 hour, CDC says.
Actually, that's an improvement.
Is it?
Yeah, it used to be you could stay there and die before they get to you.
That's right. You have to be closer to dying than the other person in ER.
That's right. They take a number. Which one of you is the most serious? And that's the last one they get to.
That's the hardest. You know, suspected cholera outbreak in Philippines kills 21.
Well, they don't have the sanitation requirements that we have in our country.
Prostate test advice for elderly won't stop debate.
Well, yeah, because doctors want to do the testing forever. You know, if you're on your deathbed, they want to test you because it makes them money.
Lens implant offers chance at beating lazy eye.
Well, since it's also not tested, you know, that's like the buyer beware. As we know someone who's having eye problems that had LASIK surgery, don't we?
And they did a good job on mine.
Yeah, but there was no. You have to have a long history to actually be able to tell if it works, and you were at the beginning.
And part of it. Immigrants' kids even less active than U.S. born.
Yeah, because they're hiding most of the time.
Greyhound scraps ads about worry-free bus travel.
Yeah, after somebody had their head cut off on a bus, that sort of solved, killed that ad.
Yeah, JetBlue readies new post 9/11 terminal at JFK.
Yeah, as they're cutting back on flights, that was really a smart move.
Sad summer. Economic woes hit European vacations.
Yeah, I mean, but I can tell you one thing about the economy. We've had the housing problem is over because pending sales are at a new level of record, at a new high. And tomorrow, of course,
as compared to what?
Well, no, they said that they're unexpectedly higher than they thought they were going to be. You know, basically, that's your good news. The housing crisis is over until 10 minutes from now when they decide they made a mistake.
China has been authenticating the views of its harshest critics in many ways, from limiting internet access for visiting reporters to jailing internal dissidents.
Well, everybody but the IOC knew this was going to happen. I mean, they're cracking down more again today. So
how is it the IOC? I mean, let's just say the IOC was hopeful.
No, they make financial bids to get the Olympic Games. They made the best bid.
Oh.
Because it's a government-sponsored thing, which means they had an unlimited amount of money to make the bid.
Which has a reason why they're spending so much more on this Olympics than any other Olympic Games.
That's right. They're trying to show, how they don't care about democracy. They're trying to show how powerful their country is.
Barack Obama came up empty in a stunt to pitch his energy policy to drivers at Florida gas stations.
Yeah,
oh no, what did he do on this?
Okay, he's pissed off that they won't let him put his energy plan on these stupid TVs that are
the pump medias?
Yeah. The problem is they have also said they don't put political advertisements on their things. They just put fluff. And they don't consider something controversial to be fluff. They denied McCain the same privilege.
Investigation over Yahoo vote being asked for.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that one was coming, that nearly unanimous vote for Jerry Yang and his board of directors has turned out to be, possibly a unanimous vote against Jerry Yang and the board of directors now.
You knew something was strange about that.
I mean, everybody supports a guy that cost you $20 billion.
Of course.
The company isn't making any money.
Bidding changes favor European tanker team.
Yeah, the Pentagon rewrote, they were ordered by Congress to reopen the bidding, so they reopened the bidding in a manner that basically returns it back to the Europeans again.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay, this is one from our Constitution. We elect a president, we do not crown a king. That's the chosen one.